Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. It is Sunday nights live. We are going to start at 7 o'clock. You have one more minute to grab your coffee, your drink of choice, your hot tea, your hot cocoa, your catalog, and join me. I see somebody came on right now. Let me see. Joyce. Hey, Joyce. How are you? So grab your comfy blanket, whatever it is. Hey, Patty. And come join me to play with this brushed bouquet bundle as well as the Irresistible blooms. Hello everybody, thank you for coming. Hi Diane. We're gonna start shortly. So you got one tired demonstrator right here. Tired, done. After this, well, I'm gonna watch my favorite program after this and then I'm gonna go to bed. So, I forget how old I am sometimes, and I just overdo it. Hey, both of you together. Oh, I'm so jealous, Joyce and Jill. I want to be with you too. We got to get together, and I invited Patty to come too. So we've got to get a date stamped together. That'll be just awesome. So anyway, let's see. It's 7 o'clock, but I want to tell you, it's so nice here in California now that I can go out in my yard and start gardening. So I've been doing that a little at a time. I have a whole acre, so it takes a while. Hey, Louise. And then I saw on Facebook, sadly, that one of my dear friends lost her dad the other day. So her favorite thing is, one of her favorite things are my cream puffs. And so I was thinking to myself I should make her some cream puffs. And then another friend of mine called me. She just had major surgery. And then I asked her what I could do for her. Hey, and she said, hi, Karen. She said, cream puffs, please. So I baked cream puffs and I delivered and I, took care of my mom. My in-laws came over. My goodness, I'm tired. Had a busy day. But most important part of my day, though, on Sundays are my lives. I love having you guys here. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Deborah. And I'm just hecka loving these stamp sets together, guys. So hi Bev. So I want to share with you what I'm doing with this stamp set. Now you all know that I love other mediums too. Hey Linda Verts. And so I've got some linen material and I'm gonna use my dies on that and show you what I created with that. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, let me turn you down and get started. If you don't know where these sets are, the brush bouquet are on page 63 of the current mini, and the Irresistible blooms will be available online only March 1st. Okay, let me turn you down. And spin you around at the same time, so don't get dizzy. All righty. Pinky says, hello. Glad you're all here. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for sprinkling. I really enjoy that you sprinkle and that we grow. Here is my host code and my information. Feel free to do a snapshot of that. If you're going to place an order under $150, you will need that host code. Hey, Debbie, welcome. I love having my downline here. I know, Diane, you had a lot of company. That was awesome, and no better company than grandchildren, right? Hey, Marcia Long. Here is my website, and here's my YouTube channel. So speaking of grandchildren, my grandson graduated. You guys all know that. I talk about it all the time. And he's home for a few days. He leaves again on Tuesday. But he came over yesterday. I needed a couple of things done around my house. And so I called him and he said, sure. So he came over and he fixed what I asked him to fix. And then he says, Grammy, I'm hungry. Oh my gosh, does it warm your heart like it warms my heart to feed our 20-something, well, he'll be 21 in April, 21-year-old grandchildren? I just love it. So I just made him some sandwiches. That's what he wanted. And he sat there and ate them like they were the most delicious things he'd ever tasted. Good sandwich, Grammy, good sandwich. Well, I made him two. He eats big. And it was just so fun having him here, this this man, my grandson that's become this man. I just love having him and feeding them. So I know how you feel, Diane. Okay, back to stamping. So this card, we have a winner for this card. I'm glad you like it, Cindy. Oh, and Cindy, I owe you an apology. Let me tell you who the winner is, and then I'm going to tell you why I owe you an apology. So the winner of this card is Kathy Zuckerman. Kathleen, actually. Sorry, I called you Kathy. Kathleen. So Kathleen, I already have your address, so you don't have to worry about sending me anything. This is going to go out to you in the morning, okay? And Cindy, I was waiting for you to send me your address. And duh, I have it. So this card is on the way to you tomorrow. I just thought that I needed your address, and then when I was looking in my book for Kathleen's, I saw yours. So both of these are going out in the mail. Congratulations, you guys. I'm so happy for you. I hope you love those cards. All right, if you haven't ordered yet, we have approximately 2 more weeks for celebration. So if there's some things you want in the celebration catalog or within the flyer, the additional things you can earn, you got to get busy with that. I don't want you to miss out on anything that you may want. Then also, if you order from me this month, I have some adhesive sheets and some opal rounds that I'm going to give away to one lucky winner. All you have to do is order with me, and your name will go in a drawing, and you might possibly win those 2 prizes. If you live close, I'll drop them off. If you live far, I'll mail them to you. All right, so let's get started with the card. I'm using the basic folder die, one of the dies from the basic folders, the new ones that are available March 1st, online only. And I'm going to be using the 5-star flower one this time. I've already shown you the polka dots and I call them hash marks. I don't know what the name of that other folder is, but that's probably my favorite just because it's so subtle. But this card that I'm doing is flowers, and so this one looked perfect with it. So I'm using that one. I'm using Mango Melody ink, Sweet Sorbet again, and I have this gorgeous grape out just because I made something else with the same technique using this color, so it's still on my desk. And then Old Olive for the leaves. Alrighty, then I'm going to continue on using, did I put it away? Yes, I did. Let me grab my ribbon. Where's my ribbon? Where's my ribbon? Uh-oh. Well, that's not a good way to start a live, is it? Maybe it's right in front of me and I just don't see it. Let me look in my drawer one more time. That tells me it's on my desk and I'm just not seeing it. I know, oh gosh, right in front of me. Oh, good thing it's not a snake, right? All right, good colors. Yes, very pretty, springy. Okay, I'm putting that where I can see it. And then, as I mentioned, I am going to use, for the next few lives, Irresistible Blooms. So far, I'm using the Sentiments. I just love that font so much. And the dies. I am using this die again, and this die for the first time with you. Okay. And the brushed bouquet bundle. I'm going to use the larger flower again for the pouncing technique. And then I've already stamped and cut out some small flowers in the set with the Mango Melody. And then I'm using the leaves. And that's it, but then I do have some other things made with a smaller rose. Okay, so these are all where they belong. Okay, Old Olive cardstock. I'm going to give that a fold and then I'm going to show you the card. Actually, I'm going to show you everything we need and then I'll show you the card. Bone folder, make your good seam, wing it back, and have a beautiful card that quick. Then I have a piece of Whisper White for the inside. Whisper White, did you hear that? It's now called Basic White, has been for a few years, but I go back to the old name, and that's for the inside. Then I'm working with some shimmer paper for two reasons. It's a little thicker and it shimmers, and this is kind of an elegant card. And my white seam binding ribbon with this card looks beautiful. A few rhinestones, these here, and some scrap old olive, which I did in advance to cut out the one die from the Irresistible Blooms, this one here. I just did it in advance to cut a little bit time down for us. All right, so those two pieces are ready. Then the secret to this technique, hey Lisa, is my linen fabric. Now cotton won't work, it's too thin. This has got a little bit of a thickness, softness to it, and a little bit of a texture. Canvas didn't work. I don't know why. Maybe it's thinner too, but this linen did. And so I want to show you what I'm doing with that. All right, let me pile this stuff up in one spot and show you the card. Now I want you to look up close because this flower and the leaves are on the fabric. They look like a patch. You know, a decorative patch you would buy to sew onto your clothes. Because it's made with linen, they look like a patch. I couldn't believe it. Look at this. Now, this rose, if I hold it up and it doesn't get blurry on me, with this die, actually embosses into the die. So remember when I did it on paper, that is the card that Cindy won, that it looked embossed with embossing powder because the white cardstock and the ink on the die had the two-tone there. Well, this, because it's soft, because this is fabric, it actually squishes into the die, and the whole flower and the leaves are not only embossed with color, but they are embossed, poofed out. Poofed. So when I do them, when I make them, you'll see that it looks like, because it's fabric, a patch. Now, I wouldn't use it as a patch because it's regular ink, and it would, if you wash it, just go away probably, I'm sure. I mean, I didn't try and wet it, but that's what I'm thinking. But whoever wins this card will get to see it up close and see the beauty in it. I was blown away. And if you're, in town or come around any of my open houses or anything, you can see it in person then. Hey, Lori. Okay, so let me show you how I made this card. Oh, I didn't show you the inside. There's the inside too. Now this inside is just made with paper. I didn't use the fabric for the inside, just regular cardstock. Okay, and then I did use the, this is the font from the Irresistible Blooms, and this is the and from the Alphabet a la mode. Okay, all right, so let me see, where should I start? Let's start by using the folder so you can see what this folder design looks like. Make some space here. I don't want to lose my ribbon again. All right, so I have platform 1, platform 4, my folder, and my shimmer cardstock. Now I like to use shimmer cardstock for bases of cards as well because it's thick and it's very sturdy. I'm simply lining up the bottom of my cardstock to the black line that comes on the folder, and then I mark my folder with a 1 and a 4 that stands for the platforms that you use to emboss your paper. And I do that so when you're at classes here, you can look at the platforms and see the numbers and you'll know which ones to use. Okay, let's run that through. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Now I'm going to grab my platform 2 and one of the 3s and a 4x4 piece of shimmer paper. 4x4. And this gorgeous piece of work here, this die, and set it right in the middle of the 4x4. I wanted to show you how this cuts. If you're a demonstrator, you might already have it and you know, but if you're a customer, you don't have it yet, and I want you to know how it's going to look. So the first thing that's going to happen is that the centerpiece is going to come out, and then you're going to peel your die off, and this piece is cut out of your paper. So it's not a loose circle, it's a circle within the card stock that you're using. So I wanted you to know that. If you want it to be a circle loose, all you have to do is take your snips and see where it's adjoined there, just in a few spots, not a bunch of spots, maybe 6 of them. Use your snips, and look, I cut it completely out so I can use it in a different manner if I want to. Okay, so you have 2 options with that. So there's the piece I need there. And then I'm going to move this and show you my technique and then bring it back to cut out my flowers and my leaves. Now here's one leaf already done, and it's not on a card or anything, so you can see how it's embossed. The white is pushed out and embossed, and this is on the linen fabric. So I need that one. Okay, let me take my fabric here. And I'm using my ribbon scissors because I've got fabric. And I can use this little piece here for the, I need another set of leaves. Hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. All right, so let's move those out of the way. Let's get our leaves and let's get our flower and our blending brushes. Okay, then we need our ink. So I'm going to press really hard onto my old olive ink and pounce onto my leaf. Yes, if you haven't been watching me lately, I am inking up dies. I want that one leaf a little bit darker. Okay. Then I flip it over and stick it on either paper, but in this case, it's linen fabric. Then I'm going to go to this flower. You can tell I'd used yellow on here earlier. I was playing. But this is, oops, oh shoot, I went into the old olive. Not paying attention. I haven't done that in a while. And get my sweet sorbet. That's the color I want this rose to be. Okay, it looks like my brush is going to be okay. Yeah, okay. Didn't know if I had to go to a clean brush or not. And then I'm going to pounce color onto the die again, just like I did onto the leaves. And I want to get it as dark as I can. And I'm going to turn that over, and I'm going to grab it onto the fabric, and I'm going to run over to my machine and cut these out. Because it's fabric, you might want to see this. So I laid them down, and because it's fabric, I've only oh, where do I get this? I'm going to go to, Brenda, I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow. They're closed on Sundays, or I would have done it today. Oh, I went through 3 times already, I think. And see if they have it. But this was actually given to me by a friend. So I've had a bunch of it for a long time, but I'm going to go get some more tomorrow. Look at this. Look at, oh, I can't stand it. I love it so much. See what I mean by it looks like a patch, like a fabric patch? I hope you can tell. Hi, Janine. All right, so thrilled with that. Now, if you're a card maker or a scrapbooker, oh, these would be pretty in scrapbooks, you might be thinking, well, why do you go to fabric, Bev? I like to make 3D things. I like to make things that I can use, such as banners and that type of thing. And I don't like it if paper is going to get crunched up. Let's say you were making a spring banner, and the paper, when you store it away till next year, it might get folded up and stuff. Well, this is fabric, so that's not going to happen to this. It's going to not get ruined. That's just hairspray I'm putting on it. It makes it a little bit darker, and then it makes it curl a little bit too. See, it's already starting to do that. Okay, so I'm going to bring my card over, and I'm going to stamp hello right there. And this hello is from the Irresistible blooms. And I'm going to keep telling you where stuff is from because I've got 2 sets, 2 bundles here, and I don't want you to get confused. This is orderable March 1st. Okay, so back to Old Olive ink. That's curling a whole lot that way, so let's see what happens if I spray the back and see if it curls the other way for me or not. It's just a guess. I don't know if it will or won't. All right, so inking that up and stamping hello. I got a halo. Okay, I know how I'll fix that. I'll put one of the little flowers there later. Okay, so this goes on here. But when I did this, I thought it was not plain because there's a lot going on with the folder and the circle, but white on white, I felt like it needed some color. So I went back to this die, but I thought that was too much. So I am going to just put this under the layer piece until it's not, so you don't see it. Move it down a little bit where there's not a circle popping out. And then I've taken away 2 of the lines. So I'm going to glue this down. I'm going to put a little bit of glue back here. Actually, I'm going to put glue on the whole thing because I do have to lay it down. And then let me get my silicone mat. So whenever you're working with glue and you don't want it to get everywhere, just use this silicone mat. And I'm going to line it up just like this. Pull that green down. I don't want to see it through the window. And then line it up onto the card layer piece. Okay. Now I'm going to flip this over. Hi, Eva. And cut off the excess. Okay, there's no glue. I didn't think of this at this point. There's no glue here, so I'm going to add a little bit to these dots. There was only glue where I attached it to the card. So that was not well thought out. There we go. And then I can flip this over. Hey, Kim, how are you, kiddo? Nice to see your name. I hope all is well. Okay, so the glue does not work by putting it behind the layer piece. Actually, I did it the way I'm doing it right now originally, and I don't know why I didn't stick to that. So let's just put this down. So 4 lines is what I liked on this card. Good, I'm glad to see all is well, Kim. Okay. All right, now for the fun part. We're going to take this fabric rose, and I was curious if dimensionals stuck to it or not, and it does. So I'm going to take 2 and put them right on the back. Hey, Viola. And set it down. Now remember, I sprayed this with hairspray, so it's letting me bend it up a little bit because it's not hard, but it's harder than it would be if I hadn't sprayed it. Okay, there's one, and I had another one done already. Okay, and then with these, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back and put them where I want them. There's one, and here's another. Okay, so then I took the little tiny flowers in the stamp set, and this is the stamp set brushed bouquet, the one that's in the mini. I have 3 of those, and those work very well on mini glue dots. So let's get some on the back of these. And then I'm going to tie my bow. Thanks, Carol. And I'm just going to place these randomly. Thanks, Lisa. Let's see, the bow's going to go here, so I know I want, let's see, let's go over here. And then I want another one over here. Kind of peeking out. Hi, Wanda. I think you're new here. I don't think I've seen your name before. Welcome. Thank you for spending time with us. Okay, so now let's take our white ribbon. Love this stuff. This is the one that I colored. You know, you can color, and I've got 2 lengths of my grid paper here. 2 lengths. Just because I'm doubling it. And I probably can cut off a little bit of the legs when I'm done. It's probably too long. But I'd rather have more than enough than too short. So after I'm done with this live, I will, tonight while I'm watching my program, I will put this on YouTube also. So if you have a friend that you think might enjoy watching, yeah, this is too long. You could probably go 1.5 placemats for the length of the ribbon. Tell them about me on YouTube. It's Beverlee Morales Stampin' Up, and they'll find me. Okay, so we're just going to put this down right like that, and I'm going to use a mini glue dot. Actually, I'm going to use 2. And set that right down. Now I think this color is a little bit different. It's not a little bit, a lot of it different color than this one, because remember I said I had yellow on my die, so that made the Sweet Sorbet lighter. Pretty color though. Okay, so there we go. So now we need to just put this onto our card base. And I'm using my glue again for that. And I wanted a little bit of sparkle. What a neat idea by using, I wish this camera bracket was not in the way. I'll have to read your comment later. But somebody, wonder where we can find linen. I'm sure Hobby Lobby or Joann's or somewhere like that. Just fill the fabric and make sure it has some weight and thickness to it, and then it'll work. Like I said, cotton is too thin, and so you just need something with a little bit of bulk in it so it can squish into the die. Okay. All right. So then I took the gems to give a little bit more shimmer and shine to this card, and just placed them on the little circles on the Irresistible dies. And I thought that was very attractive. Okay, so for the inside, back and forth to the brush bouquet, I know. Had my customers at my class on Friday so confused. What set is that from? When can I order that one? Where is this one? Because I'm using 2 and they're different places. Sorry about that. But this one is in the mini, and the other one's available online March 1st. Okay, so there is that one. And I have a yellow rose ready. But you know what? I also have another fabric rose that came out that way. I'm not quite sure why so much of I guess I didn't ink up the die as much as I did on these. But it's still pretty and it's still embossed. So I think I'll use this one on here. But I'm going to lay it flat because it's on the inside of the card. So I'm going to put glue on there. And then I'm going to leave this one blank because I don't know if you're going to use it as a thank you card if you choose this one. So I'll leave it blank. But I do want to add my little sprinkles that I love. That look, always have. So I'm just banging on my blends. See the sprinkles that come out? Can you see those? That quick and easy and very controllable with this method. And then go back to my glue and put it in the card. I think this card is exquisite. So I would use a white envelope to mail this card out, and I would stamp a flower on the envelope so you have a coordinating little package there. All right, ladies. I hope, I have more. I'm ready to let you go, and I have more to show you. But I hope that you can see the dimension and the look of an actual fabric patch. I mean, I so wanted to stitch this to a sweater, but I know the ink will run when I wash the sweater, right? So cute. Oh my gosh. So look how it looks on one of our little candy boxes. These are the cracker treat boxes dies, and our ribbon. Look at the yellow fabric rose and leaves. My goodness, in an Easter basket, or you have a teenage grandchild to give a Easter something to, you could roll up money and put it in there. For little ones, you can add this to their Easter baskets. And I started reading a book, and I didn't have a bookmark, and I had to keep putting my book down, so I came outside real quick. Literally took me 15 maybe minutes at that, probably 10, and made this bookmark so I can not lose my page whenever I have to put my book down. So yes, these are all fabric flowers, and this is what I was talking about. See how this leaf is bent? If that was paper, it would wear out so fast, but since it's fabric, it's not going anywhere. It can get bent in my book, but it's going to last me a lifetime, not a lifetime, but a long time. And I've also backed the back of it too, because I want it to be so pretty. I think it's gorgeous and all. And this is why I had my gorgeous grape color out, because I had made this flower for my bookmark. Can't wait till March 1st. I know what Lori's getting. Never would have thought. Outstanding. Thank you. I don't know who that. Oh, Bev Stokes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So if you have any old, like linen tablecloths or some linen top or something out of the closet that, you know, maybe, or go to a thrift store and find something, and then just cut off a piece and try it. That's what I do. I have fabric laying around all different types, and I just try it with my dies and things. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Hey, Helga, welcome. But if it does, you should have heard the hallelujahs going off when it did. I blew my mind from here to the sun, I'm telling you. So excited. All right, ladies, now I'm going to let you go. You have a nice few days. I will see you on Tuesday at 2. Okay, bye-bye.